Well, hey guys, happy Saturday. I'm actually headed over to Walmart today because I was checking on Ibotta and Walmart has got some dealios going on some things that I happen to need. So I'm gonna head over there and yeah, it is a steamy, sticky day. I stepped outside and I was like, ooh. But anyways, yeah, I got this jacket on. I know I keep talking about it, but I wanted to share with you guys that even though it's pretty sticky out, this is not too uncomfortable to wear. This morning I filmed a video on scalp and hair sun protection products, so you guys should have already seen that at this point. It should be up. But I do get comments like, isn't it a little bit overkill to be putting sunscreen on your scalp? If you've ever had a burn on your scalp, it's not. Now, like today, I'm not wearing sunscreen on my scalp. I didn't put it on there. But see, if I were gonna go be out by the pool or on the beach getting in the water, then I certainly would if my scalp was exposed. I have a lot of hair though, so I do get a good amount of protection. Like my scalp isn't exposed, so yeah, for me, it would be a little overkill to be greasing up my scalp every single day. But for people with thinning hair who are outside, then yeah, you should definitely put sunscreen on your scalp. And as I said in that video, which you should have already watched by now if you were the least bit interested in it, sunscreens that you put like on your face and stuff, have you ever tried putting them on your scalp? Sometimes they just ruin your hair. For example, do you guys remember that Make Prem sunscreen that I reviewed for you all a couple of years ago? I did not care for it whatsoever. It's a gel vehicle, so I thought, this probably will go into my scalp well and work as a scalp sunscreen. I'll give that a try, and if it works, then I will let my audience know that this is an option for using this gel sunscreen that I didn't care for on my face. Oh my goodness, my hair was a disaster. I almost thought, have I ruined my hair? Because it was like super crunchy and dry, and it took a couple of weeks for my hair to recover from that. So I don't think that all gel sunscreens work well on the scalp. Now, that being said, I think that particular vehicle of sunscreen does work well if you have facial hair and you're worried about, sunscreen it doesn't look right on the skin when you have facial hair and it beads up, especially like mineral sunscreens and stuff. I know because I get it in my eyebrows all the time and I'm like, that is not a good look. The gel vehicles, like the Japanese sunscreens, those are great for facial hair areas. Highly recommend. Speaking of Japanese sunscreens, want to remind you guys of two of my favorites since I have it on my heart right now to share with you all. Can Make Mermaid Skin UV Gel. That is a good one, and it's currently in stock on YesStyle. I cannot speak to the quality of getting it on Amazon. I mentioned this last week that Amazon is a reliable place to get skincare from like major brands because they have a store on Amazon and they'll distribute from there. I don't know if that translates to, I don't know if that is the same for stuff from like Japan and Korea, because I've noticed that like the Can Make sunscreen is on Amazon, but I'm not sure the distributor. Rambling aside, I love that one. And the Skin Aqua. There are a couple of Skin Aquas actually. There's one that comes in a pump that is great. It's a gel vehicle and it's really good for facial hair. But Skin Aqua also has another sunscreen that comes in a small gold bottle. It is a little bit milkier, if I recall, but it is the Japanese version, in my opinion, as far as aesthetics of the La Roche-Posay Shaka Fluid, or it's Garnier dupe, the Garnier Ombrelle liquid sunscreen. I mean, these are pretty similar as far as the aesthetics. They look really good on oily skin, and the nice thing about these gel vehicles is that they allow for the evaporation of sweat better, and so you don't get your sweat evaporates, which then cools the body. That's the function.
1 mile, take a slight right turn onto West Loop SFWA Service Road.
Evaporation of sweat cools the body. Now see, if you have a heavier sunscreen on that doesn't allow for that as well, then, which can happen with a lot of the water resistant sunscreens, by the way, what ends up happening is that you start to get hotter and you're sweating more, and it turns into a hot, sweaty, sticky mess. So these gel vehicles, they're perfect for outdoors. Here in the States, we don't really have great gel sunscreens. One that I really like, although it does have fragrance in it, is that Coppertone? Yeah, Coppertone Sport has a gel sunscreen that is awesome. Like if you're gonna be outside doing sports in sweaty weather, highly recommend it. Despite, I mean, you know, you can't avoid fragrance altogether anyways, unless you're allergic, then you have to. But yeah, I highly recommend that one. And we're going over, not a pothole this time, train tracks. Highly recommend that one. Or, you know, Neutrogena's Hydro Boost has a gel sunscreen. The fragrance on that is potent. It's strong smell. Then there's one more that I'm blanking on. It's a gel vehicle. Anyway, speaking of fragrance, you guys, sometimes brands, I'm not going to name the names, obviously, for reasons that will be clear in a moment when I explain myself. But sometimes brands, when they're developing a product, they will send it to influencers, and they like when they're in their formulation phase, and they're either they want one of two things or both. They want your opinion on it, like, do you like it, whatever. They want honest feedback on the product. So that's cool. And then, you know, they kind of want to dance around the idea, would you be interested in promoting this?
Use the right lane to take a slight right turn.
So one brand recently sent me some products, and they didn't tell me what the ingredients were or anything. It was like a moisturizer and an eye cream and whatnot. And the fragrance was,
take a slight right turn,
so heavy in the body moisturizer. And it wasn't a nice fragrance either. It was like a rancid, you know when perfume turns? It was like that, mixed with the sunless tanner smell. You know when you put sunless tanner on, the dihydroxyacetone, it mixes with, what's going on here? Focus, sorry.
In 3/4 of a mile, turn left onto Fornas Place.
Let's go the other way. You know when there is that smell of dihydroxyacetone mixing with the proteins on your skin, kind of giving you that bagel smell. Yeah, it smelled like that, plus perfume that had turned. And not only did it linger, like you could still smell it on your body, but it was like transferring, the odor was transferring to clothing, and was like, fabrics would hold on to that fragrance for days and days. Oh gosh. So I told the company, please take away the fragrance. And it's not just me, like, you know, not wanting fragrance and stuff. It is like bad. I mean, it's bad. I don't know if they're gonna listen to me. Probably not. But I said, yeah, definitely not interested in promoting this. But this is my opinion. Even people who like fragrance and, you know, are interested in having scented products, they're probably not gonna like this, because it is so foul in the scent. And it's too bad, because it was like a body cream. The body cream itself was actually pretty good. I mean, you know, like, I don't know. See, this is the thing. I don't know what the ingredients were.
At the light, turn left onto Fornas Place.
But it was moisturizing. Like, it was not that bad as far as a body moisturizer. I'm sure they're going to end up making it expensive, though. So, you know, that would be another ding against it. But anyways, yeah. So, there's that. Whoa, check out this Vasta. Just spin and slice your favorite vegetables and fruits. It's kind of like a spiralizer for zoodles, but it makes these sheets like for a lasagna. I feel like that you have to have like a really big zucchini, like this kind that come in people's gardens, but I don't feel like the little skinny zucchini would work too well. Time and table, non-stick cookware. It's kind of nice looking. I like that it has these little scratch-proof things. Keep the non-stick from scratching. That's what this is on the individual ones. Aren't these cute? Care Bear PJ pants. They also have Harry Potter and little lambs. That's me before coffee. I recently purchased an Avia brand sports bra from Walmart, and I've been really happy with it, so I'm looking for another one. Thought I would share that with you guys. I'm in the underwear section. Well guys, Walmart was a pleasure as per usual, and I snagged a Milo's Zero Sugar iced tea. This is so good. I originally had this for the first time in Alabama. I think that's where it's made. Oh my gosh, it is the real deal. None of this Arizona bottle tea stuff. It's like the real southern sweet tea, but it's sweetened with, I think it's sweetened with Splenda. Anyways, woo-wee, it is hot. Walking across that parking lot, it was a steamy day. Walmart was crowded. Hopefully I got everything that I went in there for. Don't you hate that when you go to Walmart and you get so distracted by all the, well, distractions that they have set up to get you to spend more money, and then you, shoot, I was supposed to turn there, and then you end up forgetting what you went in there for in the first place, only to realize that when you get home. It's like, Alright, I'm back from Walmart. I grabbed these little bins, I'll show you guys. They had a ton of these on an end cap in different colors. I went with this coral color. They were only 98 cents a piece. I thought they would be handy for storing stuff in. So I got, how many did I get? 5? And while I was out, I got a delivery. I got a new pair of running shoes. Remember I was talking about how much I love the Brooks Ghost? And I saw they had a different model online, and I'd heard good things about it. So I decided to give it a try. I'll keep you guys posted. It's the, what are they called? Adrenaline? Yeah, Brooks Adrenaline. So I got this kind of, it's white and it has like a peach swoosh and a blue bottom. I thought that was cute. Yeah, I've been really happy with these Brooks running shoes. To update you all, since I transitioned from Asics over to Brooks, I think I've gone through, I feel like 5. I feel like this is maybe my 5th pair at this point. And when they get worn out, then I move them from treadmill running shoes to everyday shoes. And then when they get really worn out, then I send them to this recycling thing. So I have quite the little life cycle. But isn't the inside of the box cute? It's almost like a fun cereal box, kind of entertaining. So yeah, get out there and run happy. To learn more about the science behind our shoes and register, oh, you can register your shoes. Oh, I'm not that fancy. Work smarter, not harder. That is my philosophy. Guys, I just got out of the shower and I wanted to remind you all of a great skincare product for this time of year in particular. It's the Skin Smart, is it focusing? Antimicrobial Hypochlorous Spray. This is great if you, it's great for reducing body odor. Like, I recommend carrying it with you. If you sweat in the middle of the day, spritz that under your armpits. It will cut down on the burden of bacteria that break down sweat and contribute to body odor, but there's no worry of bacterial resistance developing, and you don't have to like rinse it off of the skin or anything. So it basically just, you know, does what it needs to do and then converts to saline. These are those cloths that I got on the Amazonian. I'm loving them. And converts to saline. So it's really good for cutting down on body odor. And also, if you are somebody who in the past, for example, is prone to what's called folliculitis, basically little bacterial infections in the hair follicle. It looks like acne, and it can happen anywhere on the body pretty much, but it's more common in the summertime when you're sweating a lot. And if you wear like bike shorts, for example, you can get it on your rear end, anywhere where there's hair basically. Just from sweat, friction, kind of a little bit of the skin barrier breaking down, and then the bacteria that can live on the skin, they trickle down the hair follicle and they cause what's called folliculitis. Now, benzoyl peroxide is a great ingredient for cutting down on that as well. As a matter of fact, the Panoxyl wash, this is really good if you're predisposed to folliculitis. Some people just, you know, they get it here and there, maybe once or twice a year. Some people are just colonized with pathogenic strains of staph, like in their nose, and they're predisposed to like either impetigo or these kind of outbreaks of folliculitis. So this is a good thing to use on a maintenance basis. Lather to those areas that are prone to those breakouts while you're in the shower. Leave it on the skin for a few minutes and then rinse it off. But why I like this so much is that it's something you can take with you on the go. Because like if you know, commute or whatever, you ride sit in traffic, it's hot, you're sweaty, or you walk around a lot, and maybe you wear, like I said, tight-fitting clothing, although ideally, if you do have this issue, try and stick to like loose-fitting fabrics. But what I'm getting at is that if you feel like you're getting kind of sweaty or whatever, reach for this and, you know, spray it wherever you need to, and that will really help cut down on the risk of getting another one of those breakouts. This is also great for those of you who deal with HS, hidradenitis suppurativa. This is another thing to have in your arsenal to help your skin. This Hibiclens or chlorhexidine is another good one, and so is betadine surgical scrub. But you can't see betadine surgical scrub, benzoyl peroxide wash, or leave-on benzoyl peroxide, or Hibiclens. You can't just like reach for those things in the middle of the day necessarily. Plus, they're pretty irritating. This is super gentle on the skin. So it's something you can just keep using over and over again and take with you on the go. It can help a lot. Now, I'm gonna cure HS. HS is a tough cookie, but will definitely help. Definitely help. That, and if you smoke, you have to quit. If you have HS, and well, I mean, anybody who smokes, you have to quit. Highly encourage you guys, if you are smoking, to quit. But if you have HS, it is a must, because smoking really drives that disease. It makes it really almost impossible to clear up. Smoking cessation is probably one of the most important things that you can do for that disease. But these topicals are things that are good to have as part of your skincare routine. See, skincare, you got to keep it really simple. But for certain skin conditions, there are unique things that should just be part of your everyday routine. Like, for example, for HS, this. For people with eczema, moisturizing, you know, on a daily basis. People with eczema, I mean, you've just got to moisturize. Even in the summer, like, don't just think of it as a winter issue with the dryness. If you have eczema, you know, it can rear its head in the summertime, especially if you get stressed out. So moisturizing consistently is key for that. Acne is, you know, using your topicals even when you don't have active breakouts, and staying consistent with your routine. And for everybody, it is sun protection, because sun is so inflammatory and drives a lot of these skin issues. You know, some people will argue, like, does sunscreen really do anything? It's not a shield of armor, but it definitely cuts down on the burden of damage from ultraviolet radiation. I mean, objectively speaking, you cannot deny that. Does it eliminate it? No. But for all these skin conditions that I mentioned, they all can be seriously aggravated by sun exposure, not to mention the medications that you may be taking for these individual conditions that I've just mentioned. They can have, you can have serious skin issues when you go out in the sun, like make you sensitive to the sun. So sunscreen really cuts down on these problems, and it's just a really important part of everybody's skincare routine. But yeah, anyways, all that being said, I wanted to remind you guys of this product. I'm not sponsored by them or anything, but I do really think it's a good good product, the hypochlorous. Also good if you have, you know, young children or whatever, or you yourself, you scrape your, you know, you scrape, get a scrape. It's good to clean the area, and so it's just handy to have on hand. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this vlog. Thank you so much for making it to the end. I greatly appreciate it. And if you like vlogs, I do vlogs on Saturdays and Sundays. I know not everybody loves them. I do weave in skincare, as you can hopefully see if you're new here, into my vlogs. But they're also a lot of just like fun lifestyle chit chat. So if you like vlogs and enjoy them, stick around, subscribe. I do them on Saturdays and Sundays. Yeah, all that being said, if you like vlogs, make sure you subscribe if you like this vlog. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.